Ladies and gentlemen, it's December, which means the perfect time for a caravan holiday. Okay, yes, in New Zealand, it might actually be a very nice idea. What does that mean? Well, in my country every summer, there would be a van which would travel around filled with ice cream. In Japan, they had a similar van come around, but this time filled with video games. This would be the foundation of a nationwide competition to find the very best shmuppers. That's now a term. They would either play a special stage or play for a set period of time, 3 or 5 minutes, and get as many points as possible. And this will carry on for each summer, then like everything else shmup related, kind of died off. But like everything else shmup related, a little ember remained, and we all played real life Dark Souls trying to make it seem relevant again. Which brings us to this game, Crystal Breaker, which is an entire game of caravan stages. 8 caravan stages in total, 7 of which ranging from 2 to 5 minutes, and this one is a little bit longer, because this is the last stage. This has it all, every boss, most of the mini bosses, every enemy, a lot of popcorn, and a lot of glowing blocks to destroy. His first boss is no collision mechanics by design, so I've abused that and sat on top of him. That's over, wasn't that tough. Next area. And Crystal Breaker is a game that came out in November for Steam and Switch and is made by Terarin games, who makes a lot of these, and if you look at it as face value, they almost look entirely the same, except for the Afterburner clone and the one that was horizontal. Every single game from the very beginning with Image Striker contained the Caravan mode. Most with online leaderboards. What this means is that there's a focal point for competitive play in every single one of their titles. Simple to play, there are 2 buttons, I only use one of them, and that is to shoot. There are power-ups up to 3 levels, each one just adds another direction to fire in. All of them are done automatically. You can see the yellow P block and that's what it does, but if you're full power then it might clear some popcorn as it acts like a bomb. There are special enemies like that one where multi-directional shooting is preferred. I've somehow lost a life. Start with 3, get a new one every 4 million points. And the purple fly is coming up, but before each boss there will be some small enemies to deal with, and I'll do the same as the first one, except be a bit more careful about the green shots. They can be destroyed, but not the pink ones, and that is done. Great, as the game says, on to area 3. As you can see, I've passed 4 million points, so I have another HP on the bottom left. Under that is the boost bar, that's the other button, it makes you move a little bit faster. However, my ship is okay in terms of speed, so I'm not going to use it. There is a special enemy behind, thankfully I have the backward shot, and that gave me points bonus. There are point bonuses for a lot of things in this game. I get a point bonus for every 100 crystal items I pick up. I get point items if I chain together destroying 50 boxes. I get bonuses if I blow up yellow boxes, if I find secret items, and lots more when I kill bosses. To play this properly means to properly exploit all of these scoring possibilities to maximise your score. And this is a competition after all. This is somewhere in the mid-20s on the leaderboard this run, and I might improve later on. Red Eagle standing by. What's the tactic going to be here? Well, I'm going to sit on top of him, go back to sitting, and we're done. For the rest of the stages, this would be the end point. These are the stage bosses that I'm destroying one after the other. It's why this stage is my preferred one, because when playing this normally, it was just such an incredible disappointment. You fight your way through so many enemies just to have a boss in the end that's dead in a couple of seconds. This is a genre which is known for its grandiose end bosses, and here we are taking apart almost regular ships. In this stage, however, it's not an issue because it's a mere comma rather than a full stop. It does, though, create an interesting situation where I fear these balls more than I do any boss in this game. Because if I let one of those balls alone for long enough, then they will shoot, and the shots are fairly quick. You'll get a warning beforehand, though. There will be either a green or pink ring around them, depending on the shot type used. Those are the main sources of me losing HP during this run. Now the goal would be to do it without being hit, because there is a substantial bonus that comes with it, which separates a run from the 20s from a run in the top 10 right now. Another boss, another ship, just a bit bigger this time, same tactic as before. Go back to sit on top, and it's gone. That should take me to over 8 million for my second extend. Yes, just. Now, knowing me, I'm going to lose this almost immediately, but I'll try my best to stay above 3 for as long as I can. And I just had to say it out loud. So every damage taken not only means a life lost, but it also means a penalty of 10,000 points and a loss of power level by 1. During the normal parts, power-ups are of course plentiful, but get hit during a boss and it could get a bit tricky. What else can I explain? Right, difficulty. You'll see this on the top of right. I'm playing Expert, which is the hardest the game has to offer. Excuse me. There is a boss. This won't take but a moment. He shoots missiles. So it's done. He shot at nothing. Bravo, boss, bravo. Anyway, Expert is the hardest of 3 difficulties. There's normal, which is in fact easy, and hard, which is probably normal. What this governs is the rank, which you can see at the bottom and rightish. For Expert, there is no change, it's at level 5 throughout. Here's a crazy snake, I shot it in the head. In normal mode, which is in fact easy, the rank starts at 1, it goes up slowly, and if you take the first stage for example, which is a bit under 3 minutes, you won't reach max rank by the end. You probably will reach it for later stages, but for the first 3, it's probably a good introduction for a new player. Oh no, need to stop everything. There is a boss coming up, and you know what that means. In the middle, back a bit, wait. In the middle, and we are done. Phew, tough one there, but we made it. Now we go on to Area 7. Area 7. So that's the penultimate area. Yes, I can still count despite how hectic it is. What does hard mode, that's actually normal, do? Well, you start off at level 2 in rank, but the rank raises a lot faster. In fact, in the first stage, I was able to get to max rank in about 50 seconds. So, if you're mastering hard mode, then expert mode, what I'm playing here as a reminder, will only be more difficult for the first 50 seconds of each stage. Nothing carries over, there is no overarching journey here. You can select and start the next stage and just be as if nothing ever happened. Rank goes to level 1 or 2, you get 3 extra lives, we do this all over again. Which is great for beginner players because you can really just mess around and not lose much progress. Each stage should be doable in 3 lives, and if you lose a life, then it lowers rank to the beginning of the last level to make things a bit more manageable. But it does mean if you're an experienced player, the actual single player content here is not going to last long at all. Even on expert level, you still get 3 lives per stage, which means you can commit an error or 2 and survive. It's a $15 game, currently with a 10% discount. So far, Terarin is slow with getting deep reductions into his games, so you're probably going to have to wait until at least a year before there's a 50% discount on this. But the time I beat this game on expert, I still had time left to claim a refund. Not that I think it deserves it, the gameplay is actually great during the stages themselves. One of Terarin's best, where previously it seemed like a Bruce Lee film of wave after wave just waiting in the background to receive their cue to come out. Where here it seems like a seamless continuation. There is a flow, which means these stages are short but thrilling. It's just hard to recommend unless you're willing to devote time to the Caravan element of honing your craft and seeking out the extra amount to boost your score. There are online leaderboards per stage to spur a player on. Okay, we have Twin Shark. Want to know what's different here? There are 2 of them. Same principle though, I've been hit. Oh no. Onto the second, move out of the way, and done. So we should be coming to the final area now, and I'm in a good place with 3 hit points left. You can see above the rank bar there is a distance bar, which is distance to the end of the stage. So there's a little chunk left to go. So yes, there is a leaderboard for each stage online. Oh, did I get hit again? Oh no. But the leaderboards are only for the stages. There is no combined leaderboard, which is a bit of a shame. There is also no distinction between difficulty levels in the leaderboard. This wasn't the case in previous titles. There were separate combined leaderboards for normal, hard and expert. What this tells the player is that if they want to get higher on the leaderboards, they're going to have to go to expert, but they don't explicitly say this. Of course, the journey of most Terarin titles should be going from normal to hard to expert, or starting wherever you feel comfortable with it if this is not your first Terarin game. But yes, despite that, if you're wanting more than a clear, then right now you're going to need to engage with the Caravan nature to get better value from this. There are Discords out there, or maybe a forum or 2 that will host a Caravan tournament in the future, but other than that, there's not much else to say about the game. It's servicing a very particular audience in this niche, but it does make me excited for what he has next, because the gameplay is getting there. It really is a quality experience, just the bosses are incredibly disappointing this time around, and the challenge is not there unless you're willing to push yourself and challenge yourself to a top score. Back to Earth now. I've got what will be my last extend, and here comes the boss, Black Thunder. No, we're not going through the atmosphere, we're battling a stealth bomber in the hyperspeed zone, but this time triangles have joined the party. Hit once to the middle, and we are done. That was the final boss. Or was it? I'm not sure who the Scorpion is. Let's take care of these mechs. And one on the left, one on the right. Oh, the boss is the mech. And it's done. Anticlimactic. I'm tempted to say let's just leave it there, but there's a minute left of footage. Off we go. Personal best, got an achievement. There were plenty of bonuses I could have got, but this was a simple clear. I forgot to say there's 2 characters. The other one is weaker but with a better range. And the game has thanked me. Thank you, game. And now the credits roll. So that was Crystal Breaker, the last stage of it at least, which combines elements of the previous stages. Available on Steam and Switch. I like it, but I can't recommend it. It will be good to pick up though if you want to get into Caravan competitions, or if it's 50% off, or you just want to support Terarin, because they do make good games and there will be more to come. There are also other titles of his that are worth checking out, like Missile Dancer 2. But thanks for being here, hope you had fun. Until the next time, bye now.